Okay, guys, this is Dr. Lior Barel with another, post-conference of 2017, the Nintendo conference. And right now, if you guys look, exactly what I predicted just happened in my other video. You can check that out. Exactly what I predicted and said would have been the stupidest move. First off, the $300 mark is basically them saying we're up to par with PlayStation 4 and Xbox, which they're not, and they're going to go head-to-head. I went too far into that, how that was the ultimate wrong price, that they should have stuck to $250, so be sure to watch that video. But in this video, I want to go more into a little bit of the specs, just in this part, just because I touched pretty much all of it over there in the other video. But over here, I'm going to talk about the specs, and I'm going to tell you what's another fuck up that they've done that I predicted and it came true. And I actually wrote to them way before the conference about not doing these things like the $300 and this thing, which I'm going to go over. So first off, they said the battery life is going to be anywhere between 2.5 to 6 hours. Now, if you guys know, all the games that are actually worth anything are going to be operated on a full, at a full power, which means most likely it's going to be 2.5 hours, which is ridiculous. Now, if they were going to market it as a 3DS, the new 3DS system, I'd say that's great. But again, in order to make that truly portable, you need to carry on about 4 hours or longer, like the 3DS or whatever. At least that's how much mine lasts. I don't know how much your guys last, but it's about 4 hours, about. I would say 4 to 6 hours. They should have done that. Unfortunately, it's 2.5 hours. Now, if you're going to play games like Zelda or Skyrim or any of that shit, you're going to be definitely within less than, and when they usually list it, it comes out a little less. So let's say it's 2 hours. Okay? Already, that's a flop. Now, yes, you're going to have that C connection, that you could have extended batteries, but then is it really portable? Or, you're making something that had portability into a heavier machine already. It's big. It just doesn't cut out. Now, the other thing was that I said would have been the worst thing that they could have done is what they did in many times, which fucked them over, and sometimes it did them good. But like the Nintendo Classic, what they did, when they come out with little bits and pieces of it, in production, and then leaves a big hole for everybody else that want to get it. And so basically what happens is they limited it to 20 per store, which is what I already said was probably going to happen, and it happened. Which I think is the stupidest thing in the world, because already GameStop, if you look at it and you want to pre-order, which I'm not doing, but I wanted to ask if this is the way what's happening right now. And my friend in Best Buy actually said that he would actually help me out in getting one. I said I don't really want one, at this point. They don't have it available anymore. And basically what happened is all these opportunists, which is a good thing. I mean, hey, this is free market here. They pre-order, and then they sell it on eBay for $600, to get the system, which they did with the Nintendo Classic, which was so stupid, because you could buy a real Nintendo and get the actual Classic than a little stupid piece of shit. I have the real Nintendo from my heydays, as they say, from like the 80s. And I love it. I take care of it, and it's great. And I would never buy that stupid little junker system. But the thing is, you remember what they did with that? They did that with Nintendo 64 as well. Now, if you guys remember what happened in Nintendo 64, when they did that, a lot of people end up going to the better systems like PlayStation, which came out shortly, I think, after or something like that. And, of course, Sega Saturn, which came out a little bit later. But the thing is, people went to other outlets. And this is exactly what's going to happen right now, because when you're going to get people that remember, they have to rebuild right now. It's like what happened with Samsung in the Note 7 when they have to rebuild. So they went above and beyond and is making the next Note supposedly way better. Now, they were supposed to come out with a system that was mountains better than the Wii U, that the third-party people would jump on board and say, at least it's par with the PlayStation 3. But if you look at the graphics, most of it looks kind of very Dreamcast quality, and I love Dreamcast at its time. But now we're dealing with a new generation, and it's really, the graphics is extremely lacking, and now you're going to have 2.5 hours, which means already it is not portable. I don't care what they tell me. And like, even I had people that were commenting on my video who said things that was really, really true, where you have the NVIDIA, you have this, Steam and all that stuff, that are coming out with tablets that actually have 4K displays. Like, seriously, what the fuck? So I don't understand what their game is, but that's exactly what I said in my first video. Nintendo tends to be innovative. They come out with innovative ideas, but then their marketing system is the worst shit in the world. I'm telling you, they have to fire whoever the hell is part of that and make it renewed, because they are so fucking stupid. Because what happens is when they start marketing it, everything goes to shit, and then Sony and Microsoft capitalize on the innovative technology and perfect it. Okay, and that's exactly what's going to happen right now. They had a success with the Wii. The Wii U was a complete disaster, and all the third parties started pulling out. Now, the high price, you're going to see in 6 months, watch it, this is my prediction, 6 months, the price will come down to $250, I guarantee you. Or it will stay at $300 with a free game. But in those 6 months, already you're going to start, after the 6 months or 6 months, you're going to start seeing third-party developers turning away. Bethesda already had issues with a lot of the, with a lot of problems and limitations that they already had. And Nintendo's licensing and everything is already so limiting that even now you're adding to that, they're paralyzing graphics. No developer, like I know how to develop games myself. And I wouldn't want to develop games for a system that's going to make my game look like shit. You understand? Now, yeah, if you could go and PlayStation 4 and Xbox and release it, and then you have a half-assed game for this system, it doesn't make you look good. So, maybe the developers now are seeing it as well. Look, guys, our real work is on PlayStation 4 and Xbox, Xbox One and the Scorpio or whatever. But and this is kind of like our handheld version. That would be fine. But remember, Nintendo's marketing it as a system. Now, so I don't know, maybe that's what they're doing. But most likely, you're going to start seeing third-party developers, just like from the Wii U, they're going to start to go away. And then you're left with only Nintendo games like Mario, Zelda, and before you know it, you got nothing. Okay? So, I mean, if you look, and another big marketing mistake they made, which I know I'm going to get a lot of slack from you guys who own the Wii U. But guys, I'm telling you, don't hate on me for saying this, but it's the absolute truth. You're coming out with a system. Now, you're going to release one of the major reasons people want to buy the new system right now, which is Zelda Breath of the Wild. You're going to release that for the Wii U too. And when they put them side by side, if you look at some of these YouTube videos of side by side comparisons, it almost looks exactly fucking alike. So, I mean, it shows you that they didn't really change anything, even in their top flagship games, which is fucking ridiculous. And that Mario Odyssey crap, if you guys look at most of those YouTube videos that have the Unreal Engine 4 that are using it, and they're making all these tests, that looks mountains better than this shit. Okay, so again, epic fail from all over. I'm not going to pre-order this. I wanted to do a review for you guys, an unboxing, all that shit. But guys, I will not pre-order this. I will wait till after 6 months of release. I am going to see, remember, when you're buying something, you're an investor. You guys could think about it however you want. I know there's fanboys who just buy things and don't care and then get let down. Believe me, I've been there, done that when I was younger. But I'm telling you, always look at the stuff that you buy. Like I buy my cameras, I buy that. What are you getting in return? Okay, you're an investor. That's the way you got to look at it. See if what you're putting your money in is a good investment. All right. Now, if you guys are getting a system that's going to die like the Sony Vita, like I did, you're going to fucking regret it. And then you're going to be left with these stupid half-assed games made by independents. And guys, I have nothing but love for the independent people, although their games on these systems happen to look like something that came from the 8-bit era. Okay, so, I mean, all the shout out to you guys. At least you're trying to make it work. And you probably have issues with the licensing, or, you don't have a whole army of people to make games. But the point is, this is the end consumer. This is what you guys are going to get. You, the investors who are putting money into this crap, are going to get garbage in return, because the only thing that's going to be left is games that you already paid for, like the Super Nintendo, Wii, and Wii U. You're going to be able to play it on a stream like Vita is doing with the PlayStation 3, which is fucking retarded, because they could have made money by even re-releasing PlayStation 3 games on a portable system. That would have been better. But again, Vita, that's why I don't trust Sony. Sony did this, and they fucked it up. And again, they didn't do anything to repair their customers' faith in them. But there's people that didn't have the Vita, or had the Vita, but are happy with the PlayStation 4 and use the Vita as a controller. Okay, so they don't care about that. In this situation, this is their flagship system. You're coming out with a system, and you're already starting at a very high price. And I get it that you could work your way down, but when you want to rebuild faith, you do not start at the highest price like that at 300, because I promise you, and especially when you get only 20 in the door in each Best Buy, or each GameStop, and it's already not being able to be pre-ordered. Guess what, people? PlayStation 4, Xbox One, right now, if you look on eBay, there's people selling it at 300 and below. Okay? Some of them even include games. Who the fuck's gonna go with your system, Nintendo, when they got these systems fully loaded at full graphics and all that? Unless they are like me, looking. That's why I wanted to switch, to look for another portable system, because I love portable systems, because I'm a computer gamer. Computers, nothing beat it. I don't care who's the fanboy or what. Computers make games on the computers. Therefore, on computers, you will always have grade A games, and everything on the other ones, they're coming close to being like a computer. If you ever take apart an Xbox or a PlayStation 4, they got hard drives. Everything is designed like a computer. And there's a reason for that, because the computers are the top system. You build a big-ass system, a supercomputer like I do, you could run anything, and it'll look way better than it does on a system. What I was looking for is an actual handheld system that I could take with me places. And I'm sorry to say this, but I'm not going around with a 2.5-hour battery life. And you know that thing, it doesn't look like the battery's coming out. So here's another fuck up. It's 2.5 hours at its best, they claim. Okay, at its best, they claim 2.5 to 6, which is bullshit, because you're going to run that game at 2.5 at its best. Now, what's going to happen when the battery starts dying out? You can't take the battery out. What do you got then? You're going to keep using these attachment batteries? They're going to figure out to make a backpack for it? It's already big enough as it is. It's the stupidest idea that they ever did. Again, they came out with an awesome innovation to take a system and being able to play it outside and do stuff. You know, the Vita did sort of the same thing. You could play the games and then stream it or whatever, or continue it, elsewhere around the house and stuff like that. So it was kind of like a Wii U-ish thing. But the thing is, you're going to see Microsoft and Sony perfect it. And that's the problem, Nintendo. Your marketing system fucking blows. Okay, it is the worst marketing system. I would say it's up to par with Samsung's quality control service. The quality control people. I don't know who the fuck is hiring these people. I mean, usually in most jobs, that's what they do. They always hire the one that is completely ignorant of everything to become managers, people without business sense. Usually that's how jobs are, where the other hard workers are left to just be workers because they work well and they don't want to fuck up their thing. So I know how how head managers and owners think and CEOs think, but this is unexcusable. Okay, you're trying to rebuild faith with your customers. Samsung's doing a great job. They gave incentives, they gave money back, they gave free trades, everything they did possible. How about you guys for releasing that $300 thing? And here, I'm doing this for you, for all you Wii U owners. How about Nintendo apologizes to you and say, here, take a $50 off coupon when you buy your system and get it for $250. Why don't they do that? Because they let you guys down. Okay, but now again, they are coming out with a flagship system that's half-assed. It's not available anywhere. I mean, look how cocky these pricks are. They think they're on top of the world, and they're really not. Okay, they've been getting losses after losses with the Wii U. The 3DS was a great system, other than it made me kind of blind with the 3D. But the thing is, they had a chance at making one of the best systems out there. All you needed was great marketing. Okay? First off, you shouldn't have said it was a console. You should have said it's a portable console that you can make into a home system that you could hook up to your TV. That's how you market it. You market it for $250, like I said before, and I recommend it to you idiots. Or you do it at $300 with a game, probably Zelda, do a special edition one with Zelda, change the mask, even charge $350. People will pay for that if you completely revamp the skin of the actual thing and make it a collector's item. Anything's possible. But you guys went and fucking even are releasing Zelda for the Wii U and it looks exactly the same almost. For all you Wii U people, stick to the Wii U. get the Zelda game because that's possibly the only game that they're going to have there that's going to be anywhere near good. Now, yeah, to play Skyrim on the portable, that would be great, but guess what? Darn it, it's only 2.5 hours. If that. I don't even believe that shit will run Skyrim at full frames at 2.5 battery life. Most likely it'll be 2 hours, and I guarantee you that, and you guys will see that. But the thing is, it is extremely, extremely stupid marketing. And I tell you all, do not buy this system till 6 months, and I promise you, you will thank me. To be honest, I don't think you really have a choice because right now, all the pre-orders are already filled and people are selling it on eBay for anywhere from $500, $600 and up. So they're doing, the opportunists are taking over. I mean, that's, all the love to them. I mean, they're doing what they're doing. They got to make a buck. That's the way the business market works. But I personally would never spend anything on this thing until I see how it does. Like I was talking to you about Windows, when it comes out, don't install it right away. I usually was always the beta tester, so I was forced to do that. But wait a year. The price will come down, but even if it doesn't, for the Windows, I always said all the bugs will be worked out, and it's true, and that's exactly what this situation is. You don't know what the bugs are going to be on this thing. You know it's priced extremely high, more than it is worth. I don't care what anybody says. $250, they would have broke even, actually made even a little bit of money, and at the same time, they would have made tons of money off the games. Okay, but again, and they would have restored faith in their customers. To me, I really don't see them as a success. I don't think it's going to do well unless they shape up. And in 6 months, when they lower it down to $250, which I fucking promise you, I'm willing to put money on it, that's what they're going to do. I'm not sure that many third-party developers are going to stick with them. After seeing their sales, how shitty it's going to be. Nintendo is so stupid. I'm sorry, but their marketing is extremely fucking stupid. Okay, and I'm telling you right now, I have never seen such stupid marketing than Nintendo. I never seen anything like it. It was ridiculous. Even Neo Geo had a better marketing system than fucking Nintendo. The only reason Nintendo stayed alive is because all the money it was getting from its NES days, which made a ton of money. Super NES made a ton of money. Even Nintendo 64 made a good sum of money. The Wii made a good sum of money. The GameCube, whatever. But I'm saying the Wii U really fucked them over. And now if they're going to do a second one that's going to be a fuck up and doesn't have a future, I don't think even the fanboys are going to be sticking around. Okay, so especially now when there's virtual reality and all this other crap, which they better come out with some kind of virtual reality because the Joy-Cons are tiny as fuck. But the fact that they have gyros, like really sophisticated gyros, they would be foolish not to take full advantage of that and make it a VR to be able to run with that, especially with the C connection, which already the Samsung phones have and run the Samsung VR. So I think Oculus could pair up with them or somebody could pair up with them and they'd have a great time. But also another thing is that people need to realize is the licensing in Nintendo is extremely difficult. It was even since the Nintendo heydays in the original NES. A lot of developers had issues because it was so hard to license games through Nintendo. The only reason they did everything in their power to do that is because the Nintendo was the top-selling system at its time. Right now, it is not. So I don't see that many third-party developers sticking on once they see the initial sales coming in and all of these things. And even in 6 months down the line, I don't think people are going to give a fuck when now they're seeing that, oh my God, I can't wait to pre-order it. Hopefully Nintendo won't fuck us over. I already know 3 people who told me they're not buying it because they got so fucking pissed off that they put limitations on all of what they're coming out with. So, I mean, which I knew was going to happen in the get-go, which already says that they think that, oh, look, guys, we think we're better than Sony and Microsoft. The Wii U, don't worry about it. Yeah, we know we fucked you over, but don't worry. We're not going to do anything to try to resolve anything with our loyal customers. What we're going to do is we're going to pray that the Nintendo fanboys will be like the Apple fanboys who will forgive us for all our shortcomings and completely parade down the streets and happy with what garbage we give them, what kind of slop we put in front of them. Guys, I am telling you, do not purchase this system. It's a bad investment. Okay, wait till 6 months down the line, see what happens to the prices, and don't just look at the prices, people. Check out who is their third-party developers now and see how many of them left. If you see a good amount of them leaving, then you know that this is not the system to invest in. Okay? This is Dr. Leo Burrell here again. I know my videos are about pretty much everything, so I'm giving you guys the absolute truth. If you like what you hear, definitely subscribe and like my video to help me out. I want this channel to grow. As you see in every type of my videos, from unboxings, from any type of electronics, any type of things, I give you the absolute cold truth, God honest truth. And a lot of you guys, some of you guys like it, some of the fanboys don't. But I do it to benefit everybody, so you don't have to spend a buck on something that's not worth it. And this, people, looks like a stinkeroo. So you guys can, you know, talking amongst yourselves, write down in the comments below what you guys think. I personally don't think that is a right move for me. I don't think it's a good investment. I'm gonna see. I mean, you guys are gonna be waiting anyway because it's not available. So if you have to wait a month, you might as well just wait another 5 months and make it 6 months. Wait till they lower that fucking bitch down, and they will, and you will see. And then people will start buying it. But I don't recommend you buy it till you see the reviews about it, which I'm willing to bet people are already going to complain about the battery life. And they might come out with a newer version called the Nintendo Switch Slim, like they did with the Vita, or something that has larger battery capacities and all this fucking crap and higher graphics and blah blah blah. Just wait and you'll be very thankful. I own a 3DS, I own a Sony PlayStation Vita. I'm gonna be playing those games. I have some games to beat anyway. I'm gonna wait even a year if I have to and see how this shit develops. And if I like what I see and the reviews is you know, what I approve of, I will then decide to invest in the system, you know, decide on whether I should invest in the system or not. Right now, this is definitely not the system to invest in. And that's just my thing about it. Definitely comment below, like, subscribe. Have a good one, y'all. Take care. Bye.